Welcome to Tiki Central, Canada. Ever wonder what's in that cool, refreshing drink that you just have to have on that hot summer's day? Me too. Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He has left society. He has entered Tiki Central with palm trees, beach sand, blue skies, and God, get me a drink now. Here are your hosts, Craig and Cam, and their wacky views in drinks, life, and maybe information.
Hey folks, and hi, how we doing? It's Craig here from Tiki Central Canada, and hi, we're back again. And so we have a very special show today. So it's supposed to be Dan the Man, Trivia Man, helping us out today. Fortunately, he called off. I guess he's going to flood his basement or something, whatever.
Boo.
Boo. Of course, Paula's here as usual. How we doing? She's got her caffeine high going, so she's all set to go.
I wish.
And hey, a special guest, my girlfriend Norma. She's been on the show before, and she just looks so happy to be here today.
Hi, Norma.
Hello, everyone.
You might not be happy, but we're so glad that you're here.
I'm kind of not happy because I'm outnumbered now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh my God.
You're getting slammed today.
That's it.
Today's girl power.
Girl power. If you haven't heard, I'm sure you've heard Norma's voice before. She actually does all of our travel tips.
Great, by the way.
Yes. And,
I've been learning a lot of stuff.
learning a lot of stuff. So there you go. So now when she travels, she's going to take all your tips.
I'm sure
I
I could
sure
come up with
will.
some more if I need
Please
to.
do.
There you go.
Please do.
Oh
I did
God.
not know about the leaving tip in the fridge.
See, nobody knows that one.
No.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. That'll
That's
get
a
you
good
some
one.
extra stuff.
Yeah.
That'll get you some extra beer,
Yep.
water, and some pop. There you go. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's another show. So let's just try to do this show. Okay?
Sorry. So I was just congratulating her for her.
It's awesome. She does a good job. I know.
for her
Listen,
part.
dude.
See, already, folks, it's already happening. Getting pegged on already. So there we go.
Yeah. Anyhow, so Craig, what
Yes.
drink are we talking about today?
So today we're going to be talking about the 151 Swizzle.
That's the actual name of it?
That's the actual name of it. So it actually has 151 proof alcohol in it.
What is that?
So if you ever see a drink on fire,
I've seen that.
okay, so either it's going to be Sambuca or it's going to be 151 proof. 151 proof means that it's 75. I have to think about this now. Sorry, 75.5.
Are you dividing
151?
151
Yeah, you have to divide
by
it by
two?
2.
Okay.
Percent alcohol. So it's the highest content of alcohol you can get anywhere in the world. So
Ooh.
a lot of times you see it floating on top of a drink, like some of the drinks we've made in the past.
Is it transparent?
No, you can either have white 151 or you can get dark rum 151. And so you can actually have it floating along the top.
Okay.
Yeah. So then what that is that when you go to taste it, that's the first thing you got to taste and it'll give you a kick.
And this one is white or dark that we're talking here?
This is going to be white.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Or dark. We can go the way, I guess. It's all preference.
White or dark. Sounds
Okay.
dangerous
Well,
either way.
there's lots of recipes. So here we go. We'll go through some of them.
It
There we
sounds
go.
strong either
Yeah,
way.
sounds dangerous. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the beginning of this
So
drink?
how did this drink start?
Yes.
So in Trinidad in 1920, the Long Bar of Queen's Park Hotel added mint to this mix to make it a high-octane mojito and called it the Queen's Park Swizzle.
Oh, so it was just like a
basically-
boosted mojito.
A basic mojito that actually had 151 alcohol bumped into it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Ooh.
Because the mojito isn't strong enough. Let's just make it
exactly.
stronger.
Let's make it stronger.
Yeah.
Hey, on those hot summer days. Also, too, in Fort Lauderdale at the Mai Kai Polynesian restaurant in 1956, head bartender Mario Laquindini.
Licudini?
Did I say that right the first time? Oh
No.
my God.
Almost. Oh,
So
you
close.
got
Oh,
real
so
close.
close. I got real close. I know. If it's not my vocabulary, I butcher it. Everyone knows that one. Okay. Anyway, his 151 Swizzle actually skipped the mint, and then what he did is he put sugar and cinnamon into his.
So that's totally different.
Yeah, exactly. And also, too, if you know anything about cinnamon, cinnamon's like this kind of spice hot.
So wait, why doesn't he just change the name of the drink if he's going to change the main component?
Because the basis of the drink is still the same. So you just,
151?
151 and the rest of the recipe, which we'll go through. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You just basically substitute the mint for sugar and cinnamon.
Well, that's going to change the taste completely. You could just invent a whole other drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it a whole other name.
Give it a name, I know.
The Licudini drink.
This
But-
would be why it's confusing and difficult to get a properly made drink. in
Exactly.
some
So,
locations,
example,
right?
if you do a Mai Tai, right? If you go to any restaurant and ask for a Mai Tai, every single one of those restaurants is going to have a different Mai Tai. Because there is about 100 and 200 different recipes for Mai Tais.
See, that's kind of dumb.
That's why we do the show.
And there should not be grenadine in it.
See, even she knows that.
I'm learning.
No red in the Mai Tai.
I'm learning.
grenadine
It's not
is.
red.
It's not red. But this is why we do the show, so then you know
Red
what...
is a Negroni. That I know.
Yeah. All right, so actually Don's version didn't have
Wait,
any...
who's Don?
Don the Beachcomber.
Okay.
Oh, what
You have
do
to
you call him?
specify these things. No, that's the Beach Bombardier. Bombari.
Oh, that's right. That is a different person. Okay, sorry.
You're thinking Bombardier. Beach
That's right.
Yeah, I
Bombardier.
am.
Yeah, yes.
Beach Bombardier.
Yeah, that's right. You've made a whole new See, you talk about new drinks. You're making a whole new person there. There you go.
Exactly. So if I can rename someone,
You can rename a drink.
like,
then.
are
There
you
go.
gonna name all your kids the same name? No.
You can rename. It's like,
They're
You just-
different, so you make it do new names.
Exactly.
She's
Like
got
if
a
you're
point.
gonna change mint for cinnamon, just name it something else and
that's
create your
true.
own
Hey,
freaking drink.
I know, hey. For this drink, you will need a blender.
Ooh, I like those.
Already, there you go. So what you do is in the blender, you're gonna put a half ounce of fresh lime juice and also a half ounce of sugar syrup, a simple syrup, 1.5 ounces of 151 proof Demerara rum, or you can do white rum, whatever your choice is, a dash of bitters, 6 drops of Pernod. Now we talked about this before in some of the other shows. You might want to tone it down and start with 1 drop and work your way up to 6 because it is pretty powerful. And then 8 ounces or a cup of crushed ice. So you're gonna do is you're gonna flash blend that at high speed for about 5 seconds.
You flash blend
Yeah, so
the ice too.
Okay, so Paula doesn't know what flash blend is because she wasn't here when we talked about this last time. Flash blend is basically you put it in the blender with all the ingredients in the ice in there, and you kind of do a sporadic, like kind of on off, on off, on off, on off. Yeah, and then stop after 5 seconds.
Okay.
You're gonna pour that into an unstrained, flared metal swizzle cup. Add some more crushed ice to fill it, and then dust it with some nutmeg and garnish it with a cinnamon stick.
Wow, that's a lot of dusting and
If
garnishing.
you notice, the tiki drinks are a lot of layers and a lot of different elements to it. Yeah, exactly.
So now I'm confused because you mentioned a metal swizzle cup. Like, what on earth is a metal swizzle cup?
So just like we talked about before in some podcasts, like the Dr. Funk one, remember we just did, Dr. Funk Manchu's cup, remember the evil
Yeah.
character?
Okay.
Fog Cutter has the special cup with the girl on the side of it. So this also has a special cup. So the metal swizzle cup is a special cup just for this drink. So if you notice in Tiki World, there's a couple drinks that actually have very special cups.
Yeah.
Or garnish.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to put that on the website. We'll show you a picture of it, and we'll also give you a link to how to purchase that.
Do you have one
I
so I
actually
can see?
don't have one. I wish I did. I know.
Oh dear.
You
I
don't
know.
have a
I'm
specific
adding it to the
cup?
list. I'm adding it to the list of things that I want.
Wait. So you
This
don't
Christmas
have
list is getting really long, by the way, Norma.
Christmas is in summer for him?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
he
making it so
wishes.
it's long enough so
Oh.
by the time I get there, she's definitely has to have some.
So wait, so you're sad that you don't have the one specific cup that you can only put the one drink inside?
Okay, here's a note about Craig. He likes items, kitchen gadgets, etc., that only do one thing.
Oh God.
the
This
Navy
would be
Krog.
But that's
one
so
thing.
counterproductive.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but if you've ever been to my tiki bar, so what ends up happening is that all the drinks pretty well end up in a hurricane glass or a plastic glass. There's not very many drinks actually that we put into very specialty glasses because like coupe, we don't put anything in coupe glasses. We don't put anything in martini glasses for the most part because at the tiki bar, it just there's not enough room for all that glassware.
Yeah, of course.
So all we have is either plastic glasses or the hurricane glasses, and a few rock glasses we'll have. But for the most part, that's the only glassware we have. But if you follow the rules of tiki and like whatever that glass is supposed to go into, wherever that drink's supposed to go into, then of course you're going to follow that way. Like I got coupe glasses, I've got martini glasses. Because of the limited space and stuff, you don't actually use the official glassware that should be practically in.
Okay, so 99.9% of the population has the limited space issue as well.
Exactly.
So I'm guessing that they'll end up not doing it in the right
You'll probably be
cup.
putting in a plastic cup
Okay.
or
And they'll
Collins
be fine
glass or
also.
whatever. It's more for basically if you want to know the history of this drink and what is actually presented in. So in other words, if you went to a really tiki bar, like say Shameful Tiki Room in
They would
in
have this
Toronto,
glass.
They would have this glass. Exactly.
Okay, well, then I think you should have it.
There you go.
Well,
hey,
thanks,
did
Paola.
you hear that?
I don't know how much that
Thanks.
just cost me now.
Awesome. This is working out good. I'm getting my Christmas list
Sorry.
even longer now.
I was thinking that I was really like crapping on his parade, and I was like, okay, I'll
no,
give
you're just
him
adding
that.
to my Christmas list. Thank you.
Sorry, Norma. I started seeing his face like go
I know.
sadder and
Puppy
sadder.
eyes?
Sad when you
See?
doesn't get what he wants.
Puppy
Yeah.
eyes works. Puppy eyes
Oh
works.
God. very normal.
On that note, so what we're going to do is, because Dan the Man is not here to do trivia, I am going to ask the questions, and the lovely ladies in front of me, see how I sort of buttered them up there, and anyways, so they're going to answer the question the way they think it's correct, and then we'll go through the answers.
He's scared of us.
Well, there's two of them, and there's only one of me, so hello. And they're more powerful than I am, that's for sure.
Girl power, Norma.
That's right, girl power.
Man. That's right.
So, actually, what we'll do is, and Paula made a good suggestion, is what we'll do is we'll put a link on our homepage to the trivia questions. So then while you're listening to the questions, you can follow along and see if you know the answers.
And you can get your friends with those too.
Ah, there you go.
That's very, very good.
Do you know your tiki?
All right, it is now trivia time with your host, would be Dan, but it's Craig. All right.
Yay! Woohoo! Trivia.
All right. So, question number 1. And what it is, folks, is this is going to be multiple choice. So, the girls are going to give me their answer, and then I'm going to give you the correct answer and explain why.
Okay.
So, the first question, Mai Tai was created by A, Don the Beachcomber, who is a pioneer tiki who combined several rums with pomegranate juice and pineapple juice, or B, Tony Ramos, who made the drink due to too much rum stored in a bar for businessmen, or C, Trader Vic, who had some people from Tahiti who called it Mai Tai Ro, or D, Tahiti tribesmen to sway off evil demons.
I say C. Do you need to know why I say C?
Let's go for C. Yes, why C?
I say C because I think I've heard this story before. But because I think Mai Tai Roa was Tahitian for like very good or something delicious.
Ah,
Okay.
and Paula?
That's my answer.
Can I just go with whatever she says? I trust her.
Okay, and actually that is true.
Well,
It
actually,
is C.
it's either A or C because I know that name, Don Beachcomber,
Yeah.
and I know Trader Vic. Tony Ramos, I know is not him because he's like a super famous Brazilian actor.
Well, actually, there was actually a tiki bartender named Tony Ramos.
Yeah. Well, I just know the Brazilian famous actor.
So, anyways, Don the Beachcomber and Trader Vic both try to claim that they made the Mai Tai. Now, the story that basically gets followed, and actually the one that kind of has the most credibility, is the Trader Vic one, when he had some people from Tahiti in his bar. He threw some stuff together, and he said Mai Tai Ro, which means very good in Tahiti.
Ooh.
There
Good
we
job,
go.
Norma.
Way to go.
You got us a point.
Here we go. All right, so question number 2.
Now he's gonna ask me the first question.
That's right, I'm gonna
I
ask
can't
you.
copy Norma.
Yeah, that's right.
Crap.
All right, so question number 2. How was the mojito created? Was it A, a local Cuban bartender added mint to Tom Collins and entertained a tourist in Cuba? Or B, the local tribesmen in Cuba created this drink to help Navy sailors who suffered from scurvy on the ship coming ashore? Or C, by Cuba local bartenders after Castro's revolution and take control of Cuba? Or D, a mixologist who worked for Bacardi on Cuba to help sell Bacardi brand? We're going to go with Paula this time.
I'm gonna say A.
A.
I don't know.
Norma, what are you thinking?
I think it's D.
D. The actual answer actually is B. Local
Oh.
tribesmen on Cuba created this drink to help Navy sailors who suffered from scurvy.
So
on
wait,
the
scurvy
ships
is a real thing?
coming ashore.
Yes.
Yes.
What is scurvy?
So it was basically if you drank water that was like had bacteria, it was a disease.
I thought it was a lack of vitamin C is what I
And
thought it
that's those
was.
as well.
Right.
So adding mint or lime would get rid of scurvy.
Oh, okay. So see, I had a problem there because I didn't know what scurvy was.
So
That's
that's
why I
true.
See, and I thought that was there to trick us. I had heard about that, but I didn't think it was the mojito that.
I love it.
I love how she's
So
like super
basically,
honest.
she's saying that. Well, I got the answer wrong, Craig, because I didn't even know what scurvy was.
I did know that, but I did get it wrong anyway. So
That's all good. All right. So the third question. Here we go. So how did tiki become popular during the 1940s? Was it A, everyone loved the tropical shirts and tiki masks, so bars started making tiki drinks?
no.
Or B, during Prohibition, everything but rum was banned and rum-based drinks became popular? Or C, the recipes were published in local papers and so people wanted to enjoy those tropical drinks at their local bars? Or D, Navy sailors returned home after World War II and became the regular American lifestyle and wanted a place to relive their tropical adventures.
I know that one.
Because we did the last episode. That's why she knows the answer.
I actually
Is
know
it
that
D?
one. It is.
It's D.
Super D. And
Yeah.
Mark said that, like, exactly this phrase last episode without reading this. It's unbelievable.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
so-
learned.
Yeah, so tiki drinks actually, so tiki bars became popular because Navy guys would come back from Hawaii and all these Polynesian areas. And so living on the beach and drinking Mai Tais and seeing girls with hula skirts and hearing the music, they also became a 9-to-5ers. And so they wanted something that would actually escape from those reality and give them back to the tropics.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I got one right.
All right. Now, this one should be interesting. Let's see what the answers are on this one. Okay, so what does tapping the admiral mean? Was it A, it's a term that was created due to an admiral being preserved in a casket of rum and sailors tapped the casket due to rum supplies running out? Or B, it's a term for opening a bottle of premium batch aged rum which was reserved for Navy admirals? Or C, a term which was actually means killing the Royal Navy admiral during battles in 1700s? Or D, a term when Caribbean natives would communicate with British Navy admirals when they would arrive on land? Norma?
I know this one.
Oh, so you want to not answer it?
So maybe you can go first.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know this one.
The reason why she knows some of these answers is because I've actually told these stories to her. That's
You
why
don't
too.
think this is the first time I hear these things, you know.
That's right.
I believe you.
I don't get out unscathed.
So guys, there you're learning the actual truth of this. I literally don't know anything about tiki, and Norma does because she lives with Craig and she
That's
does
right.
the trips with him.
Well, she's getting some answers wrong too, so she's
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Okay.
I do hear some of these things because he reads them to me.
Yeah, and that's
And
what I mean. Like,
I-
we're both the real deal. Nobody here is under any influences.
No,
okay.
under-
No.
So tapping the admiral.
Yeah. So what answer do you think it is?
I think I'm gonna go with A, just because it's so much more detailed. Although I'm trying to think how an admiral was being preserved in a cask of rum.
Well, he's basically dead and he's in the rum and they're drinking it.
Oh, so it's
Nasty.
true.
It's A.
true.
That's
It's
it?
A. Yes.
So the story goes that Admiral Nelson's 1700s actually died in the colonial wars here over in North America. And actually, he in his will wanted to be preserved, to be brought back to England. And he basically wanted his body put into a cask of rum to preserve him. Now, the problem was that the journey took longer than expected, and the sailors ran out of rum, so they actually started tapping the cask that he was in. And by the time the cask got back to England, it was actually tapped out completely.
Nasty.
And that's also why you also hear Nelson's blood. That's another term that you hear for rum, because basically his blood was in the casket.
Gross.
So they were drinking
His
blooded
blood.
rum.
He was bleeding his rum.
Ew.
Nasty.
Oh my god! Like they
Dead
were
body
drinking.
had been floating in your rum and now you're drinking the rum.
That's right. But I guess if you're out at sea and you're desperate, hey, I guess,
Desperate. Who's that desperate for
Well,
something in the
apparently the Navy sailors were.
I guess so.
The British Navy was.
Yeah. That's what I said the first
You
time I
should see
heard that
Paula's
story.
face right now.
No,
She's
you
in
shouldn't.
disgust.
I am in utter disgust
Yeah,
because
nasty.
that's really gross. Come on,
Disgusting. Foul.
one's-
It's foul.
that's no one's that desperate.
Well, apparently they were.
Apparently,
Someone
sailors and
was.
pirates were.
They're gross.
Hey, don't put pirates in the same category as the Royal Navy. Here we go.
Wait, pirates are better or
Oh,
the Navy's
better.
better?
Come on now.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
about that.
fine, whatever.
I love pirates. If you haven't figured that out yet.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Does he love the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh my
The
God,
whole-
are you kidding me?
I've seen every single one of them probably about a 50
We went
times.
to, where'd we go recently? Bahamas.
Bahamas, and there's actually
There was a
there's
pirate museum.
Of course you went,
And I
right?
went and
Bought
spent
a
about
flag, and he bought a
100
shirt, and he bought a long sleeve shirt, and he bought a this, and he bought a that, and he was like, and glory, glory.
And he was like, "R R R."
Yeah, but it was really cool. So in the museum, they actually have a ship in there, and it's basically cut in half. And actually, you're inside the ship, and they show you different quarters inside the ship.
And
like
it was
where-
super piratey.
super party. Oh, for sure.
It was all about the pirates,
Yep, it was very cool.
history. And
So
good
who's
and
your
bad.
favorite pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Well, Jack Sparrow. Come on, hello. I mean, that's a given. It's like-
Oh, it is?
yeah, he's the best pirate of all, right?
Really? Sometimes I find him so dumb with some stuff.
No, if you think about it, though, actually everything he does has a purpose. All right, so the next question. Let's go on. So, how did the name of Gosling Black Seal rum from Bermuda? It's a rum from Bermuda. Actually, it's called Black Seal rum. Come from? Was it A, So in Bermuda, the seals are the natural animal for the islands and therefore on the bottle. Or B, it's the island's delicacy, which starts back in pirate era. Or C, the bottle was black glass like a seal and was called that from the Navy sailors. Or D, the bottle used to be sealed with black wax and the sailors would request the black seal and the logo later on was added to the bottle.
This is a hard one.
So,
I think it sounds more like a C or D. Although I think it's probably because of Ryan Gosling, because he was so great.
I think that has nothing to do with that.
I know, I'm
it has nothing to
joking.
do with the bottle,
But
exactly.
since we were talking about Johnny
You know,
Depp, we
hot
might as
man,
well,
yes.
talk about a Canadian
See,
hot
this is what
guy
happens
now.
when you have two girls in the same room.
Oh, come on. Ryan Gosling is awesome.
He is. Hey, Deadpool, one of my favorites. I know for sure.
That's
Wrong
not
Ryan.
Deadpool.
Hello.
That's
That's
totally
Ryan Reynolds.
wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get
Wrong
it
guy.
Oh,
right,
God.
hot guys,
He's the one
get
in
it right.
the Notebook.
God.
Okay. Anyways,
On that note,
wait, is Deadpool a Ryan?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, and he's Canadian too.
Super
That's
hot
true.
guy. Mm-hmm.
so Norma, which one
Yes.
is it, you think?
Could be B.
B. Let me read B again. It's
The island's
the
delicacy,
islands of-
which started back in the pirate era.
I don't know. They're all actually pretty good, but
I
I'm
think
just
it
going to
could
go
be.
on a whim and say, I'm going to just say B.
I think it's more towards D, because like it really could be that stupid that they used to say that the seal was black
Right.
and
totally.
it ended up being
These are all
an
plausible.
animal.
That's right. That's the best. When I made this trivia, I made it
Yep.
sure that it's all plausible.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually, the answer is D.
Yeah.
The bottle used to be sealed with black wax, and the sailors would request the black seal, and the logo was later added on to the bottle. And if you actually look at the bottle, the black seal is actually bouncing a ball on his nose
Oh, so it's a black seal from
Very
the
good.
circus.
from the circus.
from Bermuda.
I always love doing that every time I can.
We
You know,
noticed.
he knows I hate
You
it.
know.
I hate it.
I can imagine why.
No, so I have to explain the story.
Why I hate it.
So why she hates it. So what ends up happening is that Foxy sometimes, just like every other dog out there, gets an itchy butt. And sometimes she'll do is she'll drag her butt along the carpet, like
No,
in a circle.
no.
In a circle. So it looks like kind of like a circus clown, like and she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm loving it. And I'm like,
I bleep and hate it.
Of course, you're not
I
the
have
one
a
cleaning it.
Freak out
it
every
doesn't
time.
no, it doesn't leave a mess or anything. It just she has an itchy butt.
Yeah.
So that's
I
where
still
that's
hate
where
it.
it
I
comes
hate the
from.
noise. I hate the sound. I hate the image. It concocts in my head.
Yeah, like I'm trying to imagine it in my head, and
Highly
I
annoying.
don't want to.
No.
No, it's
No.
Like I'm actually sad that he put that in my head because I actually like
Highly-
looking at
yeah,
Foxy.
Yeah. she's
Now I'm gonna
cute.
have like this
image
whole other
of
image
Foxy
of
in your
her.
head now.
Exactly.
That wasn't good.
By the way, for our listeners, Foxy's our dog. Yes,
Very cute until now.
Not my child.
that's right. My child. She's mine.
Okay.
Anyway, the next question. Polynesia is A, a part of the Caribbean islands below the equator. B, a region in the Pacific Ocean that covers the area from Hawaii to Easter Island to New Zealand. Or C, a region in the Hawaiian Islands where tiki started with the Maori tribes. Or D, a term to describe tiki culture and artifacts.
B for sure.
Norma?
I feel like you put something in there to trick me because I know it started with Maori tribes. I know it did.
But Polynesia's not a region in Hawaii though.
No, you're
It's a
right.
set of
It is
islands.
more than that. So it has to be B.
And
Yeah.
actually, you guys are right. It is B, the region in the Pacific Ocean that covers from Hawaii to Easter Island to New Zealand. It actually is the biggest region in the world of ocean. It goes 4,000 miles from one point to the other point. It's a complete triangle.
Cool.
And what's cool about it is actually the Pacific Ocean is so big. We said this on the show when we talked about this. It's so big, you could actually dig. Like, remember Bugs Bunny digging through the earth to the other side?
Yeah.
So you could actually dig from one part of the Pacific Ocean, go right through the core and out the other side, and still be in the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
That's how big it is.
Cool.
Very cool.
Cool.
All right, so this is a cool one. Next question. How did St. Martin or St. Martin get divided by the French and the Dutch? Now, these are lengthy answers, so I'll go through one at a time. So A, the French already owned the island, and the Dutch claimed the southern part of the island, and then they decided to stay. Or B, it was decided over a card game between the French and the Dutch admirals during the 1700s. Or C, they both tried to claim the island, and when the Treaty of Concordia was signed, they claimed what parts they already covered at that time. Or D, a Frenchman and a Dutchman were standing back to back and told to walk around the island till they met again. And whatever they walked in that territory while drinking their national drink.
That's funny.
So which one do you think it is?
I think it's the Treaty of Concordia. C.
So let's see. Norma?
Another trick question. Because I know
We actually had this
parts
told to
of
us.
D is correct.
We were told this, actually.
Parts of D is correct, but the parts of it seems like it's not correct, though. So you said what? C?
Yes.
C.
Okay, I'm going to take one possibly for the team and just say D, because I know parts of it is 100% correct. I'm questioning the latter part.
So actually the answer is D. I did research this out. So Frenchmen and Dutchmen actually stood back to back and were told to walk around the island until they met again. Now here's the thing. The French guy had brandy and the Dutch had gin. So if you notice, when you look at St. Martin and Martin, there's more French than there is Dutch because basically the brandy obviously lasted a little long. No, French had wine, I think it was. And the Dutch had gin. And so French has more area covered than the Dutch do.
So that would be Saint Martin and Saint Martin.
That's right. Which we've been to.
The part that confused me was it said told to walk around the island till they met again.
That's correct.
That part confused me, so I thought maybe that part wasn't
so
right.
So basically, they started at one point on the island, walked all the way around the perimeter until they got to a point where they actually met again, and that was a section cut off for them.
And now I'm trying to remember what the Treaty of Concordia.
It actually is part of something else.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
like
it is.
I learned that in school, but now I don't remember 100% like what it was
About.
like, who was involved.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I have to look it up again.
Yeah.
All right, so next question. The word proof was created A, when rum and water rations were given to the Navy sailors, and as a way to prove the proper ratio by adding gunpowder and lighting it to prove it's rum. Or B, by the amount of alcohol which is in one barrel of a batch before being bottled. Or C, by doubling the amount of ABV alcohol content of a spirit in the bottle. Or D, a term in France back in the 1700s that would let the purchaser know how many parts per 100 milliliters was alcohol per bottle. This is a tough one because these are all good answers.
I think it's A.
Because parts of C is kind of true, but I'm going to say A.
That's right. You're both right.
Yeah.
When
Look at us
rum
go.
and water rations were given to the Navy sailors, it was a way to prove it was a proper ration by adding gunpowder and lighting it. So if it didn't light and catch on fire, it was too watered down. Then also, too, the flame color would actually tell you how much alcohol is in there. So if it came out like a blue flame, it was more alcohol than if it came out a red flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And proof is double of the alcohol content,
ABV. But actually how it was created was actually by adding it that way.
Exactly, yes.
All right, here's a cool one. This is the last question. What is Black Tot Day?
Wait, what? Black Tot?
Day. What is Black Tot Day? So is it A, that was the day named after Prohibition started? B, that was the day that the Molasses Act in 1733, which imposed a tax on molasses and declined the rum in the colonies? Or C, that was the day when the British Navy stopped rationing out rum to the sailors on the ship? Or D, that was the day that Jamaican rum was banned from being sold to the American colonies to increase their own rum supplies being sold? You could hear the puffs and
That's a tricky one.
heavy breathing, and I don't know what the answer is, but I'm going to guess anyway. Do, 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 do. See, Dan was supposed to bring some sound effects, and I'm sort of bummed that he's not here.
You can always find sound
make
effects
your own.
online
I
and
know,
put
I
them
know.
there.
But he actually, no, but he does it for trivia, actually, at Earl. He actually puts in like sound effects on his phone. He has an app that does sound effects.
See,
So,
you can download the app
I
and
know,
just shove them in there. No one will know.
shh, this is a live show. What are you talking about? We don't do any editing here.
I'm torn, but I'm going to say C.
Okay. That was the day when British Navy stopped rationing out rum to the sailors on the ships.
I think so too.
You're just saying that because she said that?
No, actually, when I read all of them, I was like, okay, this is the one that seems less weird. Because like the Molasses Act.
There actually was a Molasses
There
Act
is
in
one.
1733.
I heard of that, yeah.
Actually, when it was imposed in molasses and declined the rum in the colonies. All these answers actually are true facts, but not Black Tot Day. Black Tot Day was actually C, like you said.
Yeah.
The day when the British Navy would stop rationing out rum to the sailors on the ships. So here's a cool couple of facts about that. One, they actually had funerals on their ships where coffins were pushed over the side of the boat with rum in the coffins
Why?
because it was like sort of like a funeral, right? All of a sudden they couldn't stop. They weren't allowed to drink rum. Now the reason why they were not allowed to drink rum is that rum was being rationed out since 1700s to the Royal Navy. You would get 2 rations a day of rum being on the boat.
Of course, or else you would have just like drunk people around your boat all day. They wouldn't work.
Well, that's the problem. That's why basically black tot happened, because what ended up happening was that the ships got more and more complicated, more and more technology, and they said, okay, that's it. We can't do this anymore because we have drunken sailors operating ships.
That's
So
stupid.
they stopped it. Now, here's a really cool fact. Have you ever heard of the rum called Pooser's rum? And it's a lot of drinks that we've had in the past. Pooser's rum actually is the Royal Navy rum. And so what happened is when he stopped portioning it out to the Royal Navy, they had a surplus of rum, and they're like, well, what are we supposed to do? Because this rum was actually not issued to the general public. In other words, no one knew actually what was in it except for the British Navy. So when the British Navy did Black Tot Day, they were like, well, we get the surplus of rum. What are we supposed to do? So what they did is now, when you buy a bottle of Pooster's rum, you actually are donating to the Royal Navy's retirement fund.
That's pretty cool.
So basically, you're basically helping them get the retirement fund.
Is it poosters or pussers?
Poosters.
Oh,
Because originally,
I always want to say pussers.
yes, the original title was Purser.
Oh, like purser.
Right, and what that was actually a lieutenant to be on the boat, and his duty was to actually to ration out the rum and add the water.
Okay, so let me see if I understand this.
There's a huge story to this one.
So basically, if we buy that rum, we're helping the people that were drunk all along the time that they were working to now have a good drunk retirement.
That's right. We're helping them get more drunk on the
Awesome.
retirement.
I like the
Awesome.
way she thinks.
I think A plus B equals C, basically.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
2
yeah,
plus
yeah,
2
yeah.
equals 4.
So it's kind of a cool story. But so then basically this rum was never issued to the public. The Royal Navy would ration it out every single day. And then all of a sudden they got to a point where like, well, we're not rationing it out anymore because of technology and we're not going to have drunken sailors. But what we're going to do is we're going to sell it to the general public now. And now it's going to become a retirement fund.
Exactly.
It's
Because
quite the
now we're
story.
actually
That's cool.
working.
That's a cool story.
We were drunk until yesterday, but then now we can't drink anymore because they're rationing. So we might as well work on our
Retire.
retirement
That's
for
right.
when we get drunk again.
So we'll get drunk in retirement with the retirement fund.
That's
Yeah,
And that is trivia.
I like it.
I did really well.
I don't remember what I did.
I got 7 out of 9.
Wow.
How many did
There
I
you
get?
go.
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track of yours.
Paula wasn't keeping track.
I wasn't keeping
Unbelievable.
track
I
of
should.
yours.
I didn't remember.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm
Oh,
gonna actually go back and like find out how many you got right.
Okay.
And put it on the website.
Okay.
I did good.
There we go.
I get a prize.
I saw you like checking and like
I
circling
was
the
circling
stuff
what
that
I
you got
thought
right.
was the answer, and then
Yeah.
if I got it
And
right,
I-
I put a check mark so that
There
I
we
know that I
go.
got it right.
And I was thinking to myself, wow, she's like really doing this like
She's
a
in
quiz.
depth.
Look
She's
at her.
deep in the trivia here.
Yeah,
I know,
I'm like,
right?
wow, she's really
I
taking
wanted
this
to know
super
how many
seriously.
I got.
There you go.
Now I
didn't
want to
do
take
bad.
the rest to know if I get everything wrong. or
Yeah,
right.
actually, so we actually pulled this off of a trivia sheet that we did at the Made with Love competition. There's 25 questions on there. And what I'll actually will do is I'll put all 25 on the website.
Yes, please.
And that way, everyone can get some really cool information. There's a lot of cool stories behind a lot of these questions that we did. And of course, I had to think of some really good answers that were not the answer. If you notice that, they're so close that
Yeah.
it could be that one, could be that one. A couple tricky ones. There we go. Cool. So that is our trivia. We'll go back to our regular episode now. So that's some trivia questions for you guys there. And if you, like I said, if you want to follow along on the website, we do have all the trivia questions and answers for you there. Well, actually, sorry, we don't have the answers there. We'll have the answer. No, you know what? Actually, I can probably do is put them upside down.
Yeah.
Like the old days in the newspapers.
Yeah, exactly.
Put them upside down, so in small prints, and then you have to like flip the page to
Yeah,
see it.
flip your computer.
Flip your computer upside down. There you go. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Especially
Anyways,
if it's a desktop.
or laptop.
Laptop you can flip over. That's easy.
Yeah, sure. Anyways,
We'll figure it out.
on that note, this is www.tikicentralcanada.ca, all one word, as Kat would say. And on there, you'll see a picture of me, of course. And Paula's on there. She has her smiley face. Mark's on there. And Cam's down a little bit below. He's a little MIA for now, but hopefully he'll be coming back to the show. And I'm sure Norma's like, please come back, Cam. Please come back, Cam.
No, actually, I'm kind of thinking, hey, where's my picture?
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Because she does do the travel tips. Maybe we can add her in there. Yeah, no, wait. In my defense, Norma thinks all of her pictures are awful.
That's true.
Like,
That's
she
why I'm thinking you're just
hates-
going to get the back of my head with my beautiful blonde hair. That's all you need. You don't need my
Norma.
face. You just need my hair. My bio. That's all you need.
Okay, people, it's impossible that Norma looks awful in every single picture because she's beautiful. So
Aw, see, this is
Now
why I
who's
like
buttering
her.
her poo?
let's be realistic here. Her big blue eyes
Oh,
make any picture pretty.
Oh, there you go.
so sweet.
Wait a minute, Paul. That's my job. What are you doing?
Your job, apparently.
Exactly.
If you're not saying it, someone here has to. duh.
It's true. It's true. Okay, there you go. You got me on that one. Anyways, on the website, there's also a recipe page. So all the recipes that we've done. So summertime's coming. That's right. You want to make some of these drinks.
I'll make them virgin.
There you go. We will. Because that's right.
And virgin of pineapple, too.
That's right. We'll have to figure that one out for sure. And then also to episode page on there, so you can stream any episode you want to live in your car or whatever you want, any device you have going. We also do have a subscribe page, so please do subscribe. We do follow subscribers, and that basically is our information or data that we use to keep going. We don't have any brand names or any sponsorship or any commercials you notice on our show. I love that.
Me, too.
Yes.
That's
And yeah, because and so there's me and Norma was sitting in bed watching YouTube, some YouTube video, whatever, and sure enough, you hear, God damn, what? Well, there's a commercial. I had to watch the commercial now before I rush to miss my video.
See, I paid the $16.99.
I despise that.
No.
Despise the commercials.
I paid the $16.99
Yeah, I know,
for
you're
that.
crazy.
I kid you not.
It's $16.99 a month or something, isn't
No,
it?
I paid it for 1 month only. I'm doing a little experiment,
Oh, to see how well you do.
but I love it.
You know, I think also too with that you can also download. I think as
Yeah,
well.
well, you have premium, so I discovered a whole new line of content that I didn't know.
Yeah, because mainly you can download YouTube videos now onto your
Yeah,
computer now.
You and
With
you also
premium,
have
though.
it. You also have it like you don't like when you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Like you listening to a song or something on YouTube, you can now get out of YouTube and it will continue playing.
Oh, right, because as
before
soon
you
as you get out of
couldn't.
YouTube, I hate that. Then it
Stops.
cuts
It
out.
stops.
It stops, yeah.
Even if the page is still open and you just put something in front of it, now with
Yeah.
premium, it actually minimizes and
okay.
becomes little and still plays.
Yeah, because there'd be times at work, wherever, that I'll put a YouTube music, like melody on or something, whatever, and I have to keep my screen on
Yeah.
so that I can actually listen to the song.
Exactly.
That's annoying, yes.
So if you pay $16.99, you don't.
Well, I don't know if it's worth that much. But anyways,
Doing commercials for YouTube now.
Yeah, true.
YouTube's going, man, they're butchering us. Anyways,
That's not right. That's not right.
that's right. So anyway, folks, please do, subscribe. Let's get back to the point. Jeez. Anyways, and so we're going to take off here, folks, and we'll talk to you next time we see you. And I guess ladies could say bye.
Bye.
Oh, in unison, like that.
Well, I don't know about you, but I got informed. Guys, hey, guys, where's my drink?